What's up, guys? So I got a box in the mail today from Warner Brothers, and they sent over this big old thing full of DC stuff for the upcoming DC Fandome event, which starts on the 22nd of August. So I figured we would just kind of go through it. So I've already looked at this. I have, I talk about her a lot. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she saw this box and, of course, immediately had to jump into it herself, so we went through it. But now we're going to go through it together and take a look at what's going on here, because there's some interesting stuff in this box. Some cool stuff, some weird stuff, and just a lot of DC stuff, basically. And then there's one really goofy thing that we're going to round it out with at the end. So special thanks to the folks over at Warner Brothers in DC for sending this big box of stuff along. So let's just pop it open. So again, like I said, this is meant for the upcoming DC Fandome virtual convention that they're having. So it's kind of like the way to showcase all of the properties, movies, things like that. So like the Snyder Cut and stuff like that. So I'm very interested in the Snyder Cut for sure, just to see what's going on. So the first thing is kind of this. It's like the platform, the stages in some fashion of what's going on. So like the DC Funverse, the Insiderverse, the Kidsverse, the Hall of Heroes, the Watchverse, and the Uverse. So this will all make more sense once the Fandome actually starts happening and going on. Let's see. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So it's like collectibles, and then apparel, and just all sorts of stuff, really. It runs the gamut. So the first thing, we got a Funko Pop. So this is from Gotham's Harvey Bullock, which honestly, that looks pretty good for a pop based on just sort of like a normal person. So we got that. We will save, that's my favorite thing. We'll save it for close to last. We've got a Wonder Woman mug. So I'll give this to my wife. So it's got the Wonder Woman, the double W, and it says hero down there on the bottom. Let's see, we've got a comic book from DC, of course. So this is Dark Knight's Death Metal #1, which has a pretty awesome cover with Wonder Woman on there. And I'm not too familiar with the death metal stuff here. I do know that we're getting this guy from McFarlane soon, so that's going to be kind of cool. We've got these. So these are, you know what, let's just do it. Wonder Woman headbands, because, why not? So you can do something like that, maybe not, like this. Give it one of these numbers, and then you can sort of look like Wonder Woman right there. That's not too awful for me, right? So we got those. We got some candy. This is the one thing that my daughter had to get into. So we got jelly beans. All kinds of DC jelly beans, and honestly, these are pretty delicious. I would recommend the sparkling cherry and the sparkling cream soda together, because it's just fantastic. Tastes like a Big Red. So we got some candy. We've got a DC Fandom hat, and then there's also a shirt that goes with it. And who doesn't like free shirts? Everybody. We've got an official, maybe not official, but a Batman mask, as a sign of the times here, I suppose. So we've got the Batman mask. Pop that on. I won't be wearing it, of course. You're not going to be able to hear me. We've got a Black Lightning enamel pin. I'm a big enamel pin guy, so that's kind of cool. What else we got? Oh, this is the one thing my wife wanted out of this box for sure. We've got the Birds of Prey Blu-ray. I still haven't seen it. She keeps harping to watch this movie, so I have no reason to not watch it now. We've got some more candy. So some Pez, some DC Pez. This one is a Supergirl, and this one is Batman. So this is like Justice League Batman. This is an animated Supergirl. We've got some books. Well, comics, comics books. This is Diana, Princess of the Amazon. So this is kind of like a young, maybe not a young adult, but like kid-friendly book. So maybe sit the kiddo down and try to go through this with her. She might be a little more interested in this because it's essentially just a comic book, but of course, like a graphic novel for kids. We've got let's see, Wonder Woman Tempest Tossed. So this is another graphic novel. Looks a little bit more maybe like young adult. And as you can see, there's a lot of Wonder Woman stuff in here, obviously, for the '84 movie that's coming, whenever that's coming. And this looks pretty interesting. So this might be something, I don't know if this is something I can read with the kiddo. Maybe my wife will want to take a look at that. I'm interested in this though, with the Wonder Woman The Just War graphic novel. So this was just, you know, a collection of comic books in a graphic novel format. I haven't sat down and read comics in quite a while, so that's actually something I might be able to do, just to sit down and read a comic for a change. So we've got that stuff, and this is my favorite thing in this box. It's not the goofy thing that I said I was going to end it with, but this is my favorite thing. So this is one of 3 different prints that has been done by Jim Lee for this particular event. So they all, I believe they all kind of make one piece, but all of the folks that got this box will get one of these. This is number 1 of 3, focuses on Batman. Then of course there's one with Superman and there's one with Wonder Woman. This is number 270 of 375, but it's signed by Jim Lee. So that right there is, I mean, that's awesome. When I realized and confirmed that that's what it was. So not only is it a really cool print, but it is limited. It's one of, what, 375, and then of course it's signed by the man himself. So that is really awesome. I mean, that was very unexpected and very, very cool on DC's and Warner Brothers' part to include that. And then the goofy thing, but honestly it's the one thing that's gotten the most use out of this box so far, is this big thing, and I don't know even know if it's going to fit on camera. This big thing, there we go. It's a big, like, inflatable chair. So my daughter's been sitting in this. We didn't know what it was at first. It just says DC Fandome on it. So it's really just like an inflatable chair. I thought it was like a pool float or something at first, but then we blew it up and realized it was just sort of like an inflatable chair. So she's been lounging around in that all night. But this has been really cool. I mean, I don't get a lot of stuff like this, big promotional boxes, and it's really cool to see something that's tailored to this particular event, and to go through it was pretty exciting. So again, big thanks to the folks over at Warner Brothers, the folks at DC, for sending this thing along, and be sure to check out the DC Fandome. Again, that starts on the 22nd. I'll put some links down below if you want to check it out. So that's it, guys. I'll catch you next time.